showered. I didn't put any makeup on. I put my hair on top of my head. So we're just gonna roll with it. Hi guys. How is everyone? I gotta go where I can see all your faces. Right now I only see Chantel. How's everyone's month going so far? Does anyone want to share anything before we get started? Nope. I don't even know who everyone is on here. Who's the Galaxy A50? I bet that's Cherish. Okay, so happy May, you guys. We're going to get started. I want to respect everyone's time. We do have a guest speaker in here tonight. Her name is Shonda. Did I say it right? Shonda. Yes, perfect. And I'll introduce her in a minute, but I just want to go over some of our promotions that we had happen last month. We promoted out 2 second-gen directors, so that was exciting. I don't know if they're on here yet, but we had Lindsay Kiefer. She promoted out. She's a director now, and Jessica Boswell. She is also a director now. So, way to go, ladies! Oh, hi, Chantel. What are you eating? Is that ice cream? Oh, Swan Man ice cream. Looks delicious. Last April, our group, I just like to give some numbers because I think it's so fun to compare numbers year over year. And if you've been a consultant for a little bit, you can go back and look at your numbers as well and see how you've come over the last year. So our numbers last year in April was 47,150. Can hear my kid out there. And with 252 people in our group. And this last month, we were over 100,000 for the first time ever with our group over at 346. So you guys are growing. That's awesome. We're already at 33,000 this month. We've added 47 people. So those of you guys who are sponsoring, way to go, 47 already. So, and we sold over 10 grand today just with the summer collection. So we had a couple people certify. We had Belvina Castaneda and Denise Warnkin and Megan Leaham. They all promoted to certified. I'm really short of breath. Robin, I don't know if she's on here. She is our newest star consultant. So way to go, Robin. And we had a ton of people paid at title, which is awesome. So I sent out some texts earlier today, you guys, and kind of was talking about the summer incentive that we have going right now, the Grow with the Flow. And a lot of people didn't know what it was. So I just wanted to bring it up here and say, go to your incentive tab on your workstation and check it out because there's some really awesome prizes that we have going on right now. So, but does anyone have any questions before we get started? Oh. Shelly was doing some shout outs in the chat. So Haley King promoted to certified. Nicole Goodson also promoted to certified. Let's see. Since everyone's on here, I'll just go through the entire list. So Katie, she promoted to certified. I don't know how to say her last name. Gurvaswani? I have no idea. Or sorry, she didn't promote to certified. Her new downline promoted to certified. Sorry. Let's see who else on here. Billy, who is Amber's frontline, she promoted to certified. We have Amanda Thurber. She is on Megan Sutherland's team. She promoted to certified. Another girl on Megan's team, Kiona Bartlett, promoted to certified. I'm terrible with names. Let's see. Jessica Boswell, we already said, promoted to director. We have Erica Rager under Carrie Hugo, who promoted to certified. Have Lisa Banderob, also with Carrie, and she promoted to certified. You guys are just busting out some certified. And Carrie, she promoted to star. So Jennifer Shuck, she promoted to lead. She's one of Lindsay Kiefer's downlines. Hannah Johnson, who is Catilia's frontline, she promoted to certified. Casey Thomas, who is on Carissa's team, she's Sylvia's downline. She promoted to certified. Trisha Allen promoted to certified. Who else? Taylor McDermott promoted to certified. And that's it. Let's see. Level 1 of Sensational Start, we have Cheyenne Dry. Level 3, Tasha Auger. Good job. That's awesome. That's like top 2% of the company hits level 3. That's awesome. And last one, Carrie Hugo. She has hit Sensational Start level 2. So way to go, you guys. Christy hit Shooting Star in 5 days and Terry hit Shooting Star in 6 days. That's awesome, you guys. Okay, so our guest speaker, because it's 11 o'clock at her time. So she needs to go to bed. But she's been with Sensi for 2 years. She's a director. She has 1 frontline director, so that means she's really close to promoting to star director. That's super exciting. Star director is awesome. She hit annual mentors. So those of you who don't know what annual mentor is, that's where you sponsor 14 people in the calendar year of Sensi from May 1st to April 30th. It just ended. And they all go certified. 14. So that's awesome. Way to go. You've already earned level 3. That's awesome. And went to Cancun and Stars at Sea that we don't get to go on. But it's okay. It is okay. We'll take the cash instead. So I'm going to unmute you and mute myself, and she's going to talk to us about sponsoring. So thank you so much.
Thank you. Can you hear me good? Okay. So yes, guys, she asked me earlier if I could do this, and I was like, yeah, I can do it. That's 10 o'clock my time. So I got on here at 10, and then I was like, where's everybody at? And it said it was starting at 11. So I've just been like, okay, let me try to stay awake. So I have a little bit of energy left. Just bear with me. I've got a list of notes here, and I'll try to go over it pretty quickly, but I do have a lot of information to share. If you guys have already heard this, then guess what? It's probably something you need to be doing, right? And if you already heard other people talk about it. So I'm just going to dive right in. And so we're going to talk about sponsoring. So the foundation to grow your business and to grow your team is building relationships, okay? You have to expand your network and you have to meet new people. Let me just say, last month alone, I personally sponsored 9 new people. Out of those 9, 6 hit Shooting Star, 3 certified, and then we have 2 getting ready to certify this month out of those 9. So here we are in a new month, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I got 9 people last month. Who am I going to get this month, right? And the point is I need to meet new people. That's the big thing. You have to meet new people. So what can you do to meet new people? So right now, with all of this COVID going on, most of our things are happening on social media. So you need to make sure you are using all forms or all platforms of social media. So that means Instagram, Facebook. You're going to be utilizing your stories if you don't already. If you use Twitter, anything like that, just make sure you are on all the platforms and advertising like crazy, okay? Well, I got my notes here, guys. Like I said, I don't want to miss anything. So one thing that I do is on Facebook, you will see like a little thing at the bottom that says add people you might know. So I don't just like add random strangers, but what I do go through is about once a week, I'll go through and I'll find maybe 2 people that they're going to know who I am, that maybe we're just not friends on Facebook and that we can connect, and I will add them to my group or to my my personal page. So I will add people to my personal page. I will do like the birthday shout outs and everything that pops up on there because I'm wanting to meet new people. So I'm adding new people on there. And then anybody who orders from a party. So for example, I had a party last week. There was like 10 or 11 people that ordered. I had no idea who they was. So what did I do? I texted them a thank you. I sent them a thank you in the mail. And then I also added them to my personal Facebook, okay? And that is not to start messaging them about it or to start messaging them about Cincy. It's just to kind of learn more about them and become friends with them and build a relationship with them. So I've already had several of them send me a message and say, oh my gosh, thank you so much for my happy mail. And that was kind of like the little jump in. So now we're friends on Facebook. They're going to see my posts and I'm going to start interacting with them. So you want to make sure that you let people know that you're human, okay? You're not just some crazy Cincy lady. You're not, you want to be relatable. So it's very important that you interact with people. So you need to make it a habit every day to like interact on social media, whether it be liking somebody's post. This is not Cincy related, okay? If they post a picture of their kid, talk about it, comment on it. If they ask somebody like, hey, what everybody cook for dinner, comment on it. Okay, you're going to interact with these people because what you're doing is you're building a relationship, you're building a friendship, and they're going to start trusting you. Okay, and it all kind of works together because once you build that relationship, whenever they are ready to purchase or whenever they are ready to join, then they're going to remember you. Okay, I had somebody I seen, like their kid was in the hospital recently. I sent him a message and say, oh my gosh, I've seen your little boy was sick. I hope he's doing okay. It's little things like that, guys. Literally just being a friend, literally being nice, being a friend to somebody. And it does not have to be Cincy related. You're wanting to build these relationships. Let's see. Know that, okay, so they're going to join you when they trust you, but they're also going to join somebody who isn't negative. So you are a business owner and you have to watch what you say and what you do on social media. There's plenty of negativity on social media without you going on about it. We don't need to hear your rants about, the pandemic that's going on. If you don't like the president, if you don't like your governor, whatever it might be, you have to keep your thoughts to yourself. I mean, it's just better to do that. Nobody wants to be on the team or, see all these posts from a negative Nancy, right? They want to see positivity. And so you just want to be positive as much as you can. And you want them to want what you have. I know that sounds a little crazy, but you want them to be interested in what you post and not just like, oh my gosh, here she is complaining again. I'm going to keep scrolling. So you watch what you post. Let me see. Consistent. So make sure you're consistent with your post. If you guys are not consistent right now, you need to be, okay? You need, again, to use all platforms. Whenever I say consistent, you need to be posting about Cincy in some form every day, but it has to be a balance, right? You have to make sure you are posting kind of like the 80-20 rule, like 80% is personal, 20% is business. And so you want to be consistent. If I'm using my washer whiffs, then guess what? I am doing a little video on my, or a boomerang or something on my story showing how I use the washer whiffs, showing how I use the counter clean, showing how I use my dish soap or my Cincy soap. You guys get the drift, but you want to be consistent in it. And sometimes I'll go through and be like, oh, I've posted all kinds of Cincy stuff. Let me post some things about my son or whatever. So just kind of balance it out because you want people to look at what you're posting. And again, all these new people that you've just added, they're seeing all this too, okay? And me personally, again, everybody's different. I get a lot of orders from my my stories. I think a lot of people pay more attention to that. And then you can also put like polls on there. So I put about the join promotion clearly. But one thing you want to stay clear of that I try to tell my team all the time is you don't want to be generic. You don't want to be posting the same flyers that the other 20 consultants has posted, right? If you're going to be advertising, then say, for example, I seen Amy's picture. She was holding a $20 bill. You're going to do things like that. And it doesn't have to be even straightforward. You can talk about how the company's blessed your family. Like, oh my gosh, we had an early payday. Look at these flowers it bought me. Of course, you have to include the income disclosure with that. Or say, for example, you guys do like team outings. Post about it, like just having fun with your friends. People long for that. Not everybody joins Cincy for the money. Some people do it, because they want that friendship. They want to get out of their shell. Some people just want a little bit of extra cash. And then you're going to have some that's going all out for it, right? They hope to retire or whatever it might be. But you just kind of need to relate to everybody. Like I said, If you're going out with your team, share it. Let people know that, you know, some people just want like a little tribe, right? And your Cincy sisters can be that. So just show fun things like that. Let's see here. So just remember, they are watching you. They are watching what you post. You want to be relatable. I'm one of these people. I'm pretty normal when I go on Facebook. I don't have like a full face of makeup on to go say something. I want people to know that, you know, anybody can do this. And they're like, hey, that girl's got a screaming toddler in the background. If she can do it, I can do it, right? 10 dogs in the background barking, going crazy. If she can do it, I can do it. You just want to show that you're relatable, again, because you're growing friendships. Say you post about your 10 dogs, and so has 10 dogs. She might start messaging you about that. There's just so many things that people can relate to you about. So you need to work on your brand, is what we call it. So whether it be posting about your kids all the time, posting about your hobbies, like I like home decor. So I'll add myself to like home decor groups, meet friends in there, and then we can become friends like on a more personal level, and they're on my personal page. So think of things like that, things that you have in common with other people. And you need to be intentional with your post. Not everybody has time to sit and make all these posts, to do these stories, but guess what? You have to make time for it. You have to do what 99% of other consultants aren't going to do, because you have to stand out. So if you are not working your social media like you should, I highly encourage you to, and I highly encourage you to meet new people, and to add anybody who's ever ordered off of you, anybody who's joined a party and interacted. Add them to your to your personal Facebook, to your Instagram, and get to know them better without blowing them up with Cincy. They want to know that they could get a message from you and it doesn't have anything to do with Cincy. So that, in a nutshell, is about, you know, meeting new people. But now let's talk about the kits a little bit. So these $20 kits are pretty awesome, especially for people who don't have extra money and stuff sometimes. But I will say my personal favorite way to recruit people is our host exclusive kit. So if you guys are not aware, anytime you have a qualifying party of $200 or more, you have a $59 kit or less that you can gift to somebody. It doesn't matter who the hostess is. You can always gift it to somebody. So say somebody wants to join you. They message you and they just say, hey, I seen your post. Can you give me a little bit of information? One thing you do not want to do is send them a book right off the bat saying, okay, well, here's the 3 different starter kits that we have available. You know, this is what you start out making. This is your first goal. This is what you need to say a consultant. You do not write them a book. Okay, you want to have a conversation with them. If you write them a book, you might get a thumbs up. They might ignore you. They might say, okay, like that's it. You know, you just kind of slowly want to go in and then have them ask you the questions, right? So anytime somebody wants to join, do not bombard them with information. I do always tell them that we can set them up a party link. I want them to be successful right out the gate. And if I can help them do that, then I'm going to. I had listened to a training from Superstar Director Andy Teeter, and she kind of put something in perspective that I never really paid attention to. A lot of times when people say, well, what do I need to start getting free product? Or what do I need to sell? What should my goal be? A lot of times we box our hostesses in and say $200. $200 is what you need, and you're going to start getting free product. You don't want to do that. Stop doing that. Stop telling them $200. You want to start saying $500, girl. That's your goal. If you get $500, you know, if they're not ready to join yet, you're going to get $75 free and 3 half price items. If they're interested in joining with a $500 party, they're going to get their starter kit for free. They're going to have $16 left of free product, 4 half price items if you give them that perpetual party reward, and a $100 paycheck coming. Okay? So they should always shoot for 500, whether they're originally interested in joining your team or not, because by the end, you're always going to offer that kit to them anyways. So never ever box your hostess in by saying your goal is $200. Always say 500, no matter if they're interested in joining or not. You always want them to reach for that higher goal. So let's say that you ask them, you offer it to the hostess, you know. One thing I like to do, if you guys haven't seen, there's some files floating around, and it's like a little paycheck where you can write down their name and their amount that they would make, and you're like, oh my gosh, you have rocked this party. You have done awesome. Like, girl, we can get your kit for free. You still got $16 free, and you can make this off of this one party. And you're going to show them, because you're going to flip it. That's their orders, right? They're going to come in right out of the gate with, hitting shooting star. Now, granted, if they don't, I mean, you guys understand how the kit works, or how the host exclusive kit works, and flipping the party. Either way, they will be working toward, on day one, their shooting star, and already hopefully halfway there, if not there. So offer it to your hostess. But let's say your hostess says, hey, no, I don't want that. For example, I had a hostess last week mention joining. Guys, she had like a $500 party within 3 days. She ended up being like an $800 party. And I was like, oh my gosh, you can join for free. I mentioned it twice. It's like, you can join for free. You're going to get, I had it all wrote down. I don't have the exact numbers here. The 4 half price items, she had like $50 left over free after her kit. And she was going to get a pretty large paycheck too. And she still didn't want it. And to me, that was like, okay, I mean, that was golden. If somebody didn't want that kit, then she's just not ready yet. But I don't take that offensive. I add her to my list. If you guys do not have a list of people, whoever shows interest, then you need to. You need to have a list of anybody that has ever showed interest in joining your team. That way, whenever you have a kit coming available, or whenever like these promotions are going, you can send them a message. Okay, so you always need a list going. But anyways, she didn't want it. So what did I do? I went ahead and scheduled her for the fall season. Hopefully she'll be on my team before then. But I've got her on my list. So anytime I have a kit come available and she mentions it or talks about ordering again, I'm gonna be like, hey girl, have you thought about joining anymore? I have a discounted kit available, or something like that. So anytime. So she said no, was the point. But I could still give that to somebody else, right? If you guys did not know, as long as you have like $1 left in the free product, you can give your original hostess all of the free and half price items, and you can still add a $59 host exclusive kit. You just go in and change the hostess. So your original hostess is still getting all of her free product, but you still have a kit that you can gift somebody for $59 that you can offer. So be sure, this is my motto. This is what I went with. This is what I tell my team to go with. Never close out a party without a new teamie. If you tell yourself, I physically cannot close out this party until I have a new teamie, meaning you're going to do every single thing you can. You're going to go through your list. You are going to, post about it in all different ways. You're not going to use these generic forms and images that you see. You're going to think outside of the box, and you're going to do, I'm going to reach out to my best hostesses, or my dream team list, anything. And I want to work my hardest to try to get this kit given to somebody. Now, if I'm the hostess, sometimes we all have parties where we're the hostess. I usually, again, it's personal preference. You can do what you want. You can give them that $59 kit, or a lot of times I'll give them $20 of my free product credit and be like, I've got a $39 kit for you to join my team. Like, crazy if you don't. But here's what I also do. If I do that, it's my PRV. I didn't flip the party because it was mine originally. I'm just gifting them a cheaper kit. What I do is I help my new recruits. I say, if you want to join, let me help you with your launch party. Okay. If we're not going through this craziness, I'll come and do an in-home with you. If we are going through this craziness, I'll do an online for you. I don't know if you guys have seen it, and there might be several others floating around. But her name's Danielle Schwepp. She's the star director as well. She goes by like Danielle Elizabeth, I think, but she's all over Instagram and Facebook as well. But she posted a really good Facebook Live that she does for her new recruits. It's like a 30-minute, like she kind of breaks it down, shows the different products, and helps her new recruit get off on the right foot. Because if you guys did not realize, your new recruits are most excited within that first little bit of joining. So you want to get them pumped up. You want to get them shooting star certified and working towards sensational start. And you want to praise them. You want to shout them out. You want to let them know they are rock stars and you are their biggest cheerleader, okay? And you want to help them get there. Because if they join your team and they just sit there after about the first month, maybe 2 months, and they still ain't sold nothing, they're probably more than likely just going to dwindle away. So it's your job to help them reach these goals, okay? So if they've had a party, you're going to flip that PRV for them. You're getting them to 500 or more. If they have not, then you're going to gift somebody this kit at $59 or less. You're going to change them to the hostess, and you're going to help them set up their launch party and get them going. Let me see if I missed anything because I was just rambling. Of course, you always want to mention the $99 kit as well. We all know that is the best kit available. You know, you get the most stuff. But even right now, I had somebody message me today and was like, hey, do you still have the $20 to join? And I was like, yeah, we do. This is what it includes. It's a little bit of a smaller kit. I do have a little bit of a bigger kit available for $59 if you want me to send you information on that. So I still always give them that information just because you get so much more stuff in it. And if she, you know, decides to, then I'll say, hey, we can even host a party, you know, whatever orders you get, I can get you the commission for that and flip it. So you just always want to offer that opportunity. You always want to just tell yourself, hey, I cannot close a party until I get a new teammate. I mean, that's how it is. I'm physically not going to close out this party until I have a new teammate. So in a nutshell, guys, let me just go back over just a couple of the things. You have to build relationships. You have to learn to grow wide instead of deep, meaning you are going to personally sponsor as many people as you can. So you want to build relationships. You want to add these people to your Facebook. You want to interact with people, say happy birthday, comment on their post, and do things like that. You're not just talking Cincy all the time, okay? You're going to be relatable. And you're going to do what 99% of other consultants not going to do. You're not going to use these generic forms. You're going to show your pretty face, and you're going to show how Cincy has blessed your life and what Cincy can do for other people. For example, if me and my son go out to the lake and it's like 90 degrees and all these other people sitting in their office at work, then I'm like, hey, look at my office view. You know, yours could be this too. Just little things like that. But I hope that helped. Let me make sure I didn't. Always shoot for 500, never box in your hostesses at $200, and always offer the opportunity, guys. And I think that's all I had. I hope that helped. But yeah, I hope that helped, and you guys could take a couple notes off that and found it helpful.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you for having me. I hope that was useful.
Yes, it was. It's always good to reinforce the flipping the kit, or what, you know, sorry, I'm real hard with my brain. But host flipping, yes. And even if it's not their party, you can still flip it to them. So
yes.
And really, if you guys want to go somewhere with Cincy, sponsoring is what you have to do. Yeah. And you never know who needs the extra cash. You just never know. Yep. So yeah, let's see. I don't think anyone had any questions. Did anyone have any questions before we pop off here? No. Perfect. Well, I told my husband 30 minutes and it's been 28. So perfect.
Ooh, awesome.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys. Alrighty. Bye, guys.